Hi. Merry Christmas, my friends. Zanta Claus here talking about Lost in Space Season 3. This is my reviews, thoughts, and spoilers of this show. Now, Season 3 ended with a nice little tie up of everything, but I'm not necessarily too happy about this show overall. It's not terrible, but it's not perfect. The good things are the effects. I mean, absolutely fantastic. The locations looked absolutely amazing. The actors as well. Love them all. Didn't hate anybody in this show. Very much appreciated the performances of all the characters. Loved their camaraderie. Loved their chemistry as well. But this overall story narrative, I wasn't feeling it too much. Now, before I go on to that, I just want to mention a couple of things. First of all, Smith in this season, she was kind of on the back burner this season. In the past, she was always a necessary evil or a fly in the ointment, but this season she kind of played ball a little bit, and she wasn't too much of an issue like she was before, and I didn't like that too much. She's a survivalist. She's very cunning. Sometimes she can't help but fuck things up. It's in her DNA, so to speak. But maybe hanging around with the kids and all of that kind of changed her. Maybe that's the kind of what they're trying to explain. But I'm not buying that. She's very Machiavellian, and I wish we got to see her do more shenanigans this season, but we didn't get much of that. Now, we also have creatures like the robot. I'm not necessarily a fan of the robot. You know, I like the old robot. Danger, Will Robinson. All we got was danger, Will Robinson. That is absolutely terrible. I never really appreciated that too much about the robot. He's very much a bland enigma, and I know he's kind of being this mysterious character to a degree, but when we got more revelations, he still came across as a mysterious character. And I didn't like that too much. Another thing as well is that this family, these people have problems almost every episode. Something's happening that is pretty much life and death, or it's going to fuck things up for them in a severe way. Like they need to collect titanium, or they're getting swallowed by a giant creature, or they have to escape this planet full of sand, or run away from meteorites, or some shit like that. But whilst they're having these problems and they're dealing with these problems, at the same time, different family members are trying to resolve their own personal matters as well. And it became very droppy. Yeah, we're about to die, but let's just solve our family situation too at the same time. And I noticed that, and maybe after the fifth or sixth time, I was like, fuck this is ridiculous. You have a major problem, and we're talking about our personal problems at the same time. What the fuck? Every time this happened, and even when they had major problems, and it happened so bloody often, that you kind of realize that they're gonna get out of it, because it's the fucking Robinson family, and they're OP as fuck. I do like the characters, don't get me wrong. It's good to see Will Robinson back. He's becoming a man now. He's a tall lad, and he's a lot wiser. He doesn't let Smith run him over like she has in the past. At the same time, Smith just came across as very incompetent. Like, come on, girl, you got some tricks up your sleeve. Do them. I did like the other characters too. Judy Robinson's very likable. They almost made the other Robinson girl very unlikable, but she kind of came around at the end. But Judy was really good. She met her father as well in this, her real father in this as well, which was pretty interesting too. So many dynamics are coming into play. But these robots on the far side here, you can see with the red lights, they're the main protagonists of this particular show. And their deal is just really stupid. We find out that these aliens created them, and the aliens created them in their image, but the aliens look like a lot like these robots. And these robots then became sentient and ended up killing their masters. And we kind of seen robots killing living creatures in other formats like Terminator, like Matrix. So nothing new here, but I wasn't feeling them too much. There's so many complications. In order to do warp speed or whatever the fuck they call it, they need these robots, and they need an engine which is like an egg from these robots. It's just so bizarre, and I just didn't give a fuck. But nevertheless, there were elements of the show I liked, and there were elements of the show I thought, please, let's just move on from this. I'm glad that this was only 8 episodes. It's good to binge it all in one day, and it's good to get it out of the way. Sad to a degree that this is kind of over, but like I said earlier, they wrapped this up really well. So fair enough, this is how it is. I can see maybe why they wanted to end it. A show like this must have a massive budget, and to continue running a show like this when the ratings are maybe probably declining, it doesn't seem to be good business. But I'm glad they did end it in a particular way, so the saga is over and we're not left wondering what the fuck. Anyway, let me know what you think. Do you think the show is good? Do you think it's shit? Maybe I should be more critical. Maybe I should be more cynical. Who knows? But let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to NerdTube, the greatest channel you never heard of. Bye bye. Merry Christmas.